already know. Boy Vague, aka Mr. Grind Season. You know who it is. Here with my man, you already know.
Yeah, Iron Solomon, Fight Club King, Smack, Grind Time, all that. Glad to be here, man. Grind Season.
We on deck, baby.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Iron Solomon, what up, baby?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. All right, you back, man. You here to stay, man?
Yeah. I never went nowhere. I was in plain sight, but out of view. You know?
Okay, but due to your caliber, people look for you, man. You know, don't ever do that to us again, man. All right?
I'll try. I'll do my best. You know.
That's what it is. So after the Grind Time thing, we heard big things, man. How that went down there, man?
It was great. It's a beautiful thing. You know, Miami is a great city to be in. That Grind Time ring is a tough ring. Okay. A lot of great battles out there, and the battle with E-Ness was, it was.
Man, keep it funky, man. Keep it a buck, man. What you did, man?
You know, I did damage. You know, me personally, it's never about my opponent. I feel like I'm competing with people's expectations of me. In this situation in particular, I wasn't nervous about winning or losing. I was nervous about living up to the pressure that people put, where they see that I've been away for a while, and when I left, I was at the top, and if I still have it in me, and in 2 years, the game changes so quickly that these young dudes are like at the top of their game. So just watching where everybody is at now, the pressure is on me to be even better than that. And it's not something I think about every day, whereas you got these kids that are active and they're battling every other weekend. They're thinking about something new and creative every day, so I had to really put my mind to it. But I did my thing, man. I did all right.
Now, so being that you know that you was, not say gone, but you was out of the battle picture for a hot minute, do you still consider yourself one of the top dudes out there? You know what I'm saying? That as far as the battling echelon, you feel like you're one of the top cats?
I can only gauge it by what the fans think, and I've seen myself be rated in that way, so I'd like to believe that I still maintain that status. I know that for myself, I feel like the work that I've put in speaks for itself. Just being the king of Fight Club, being on Smack DVD, being in all the old Scribble Jam battles, and bragging rights even back in the day. Like I've been putting my work in, so I think that speaks for itself. But ultimately, that's a question for the fans, because it's not up to me. But,
okay. Now let me ask you a question. You've been on Grind Time now. You did the Grind Time thing.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna do the URL Smack thing?
I was on Smack DVD.
Because we seen you there, but we know you battling Smack, but there's a new stage now. It's obviously the URL thing. They gonna want to see you on that stage.
Right. Yeah, I would like to do that. Because I like to bounce back and forth between the different arenas. When I was in Fight Club, I did Smack. Now I did Grind Time. I would love to come to URL. Definitely, those are my people. Shout to Beasley, shout to Smack, shout to Norbs. It always has to make sense. The opponent always has to make sense for me. But I would love to do that, because I fuck with URL, I fuck with Smack heavy, and I'd like to bounce back from Grind Time and go over to Smack. Why not?
So they seen you battling Ness. Yeah. You got 5 million other dudes calling you out.
Yeah, man.
So they see you active. Who done called you out, man? Who you want to body, man?
I mean, it's everybody. Like I was saying before, they
give us a name, Solomon.
I think Aver, before we dropped our mics out the Ness battle, I think Aver was calling phones. You know what I'm saying? But and even in the battle, like Disaster and Dirtbag Dan, everybody was kind of trying to rattle me, get me out of my comfort zone. But I'm not too interested in all that, to be honest. And that's in no way is any disrespect to any of the upcoming people. Like, they're all incredibly talented, and when I watch the battles, I'm like impressed, because it's evolved so far. But I have to think about where does this get me? What is this? What's the benefit of this battle? Where am I going to be at the end of this battle? Even if I win and annihilate this dude, does that put me further than where I'm at now? And if it doesn't, then it doesn't make sense as a time investment.
Now here's a question the fans would like to know. Fuck all this battle shit for a minute. What's up with the music, man? Do Iron Solomon do actual music?
Yeah. I actually have maybe two or three full-length projects worth of music that I consider to be at the level that I want it to be at. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to release it. I'm taking meetings with different labels, and I have my own situations with investors and my own my own ideas about how to do business and how to market things. And I never want to give the fans something that's half cooked. So in this game, they say music is 10%, and I'm figuring out the other 90% now because I got the 10%. Like me and my partner Isaiah, we handle a lot of the production. My man Vanguard, Revified, like everybody kind of throws their ideas in the pot, and we cook up. I cook up music, man, like real music, and I'm not rapping about the same topic over and over again. I'm writing songs, so the fans definitely are not going to be disappointed. They're not. And by the end of this year, by the end of 2010, there will be something out, whether it's an album or a mixtape. I'm still trying to figure that out. It'll depend on the situation, but I got some stuff up my sleeve, definitely.
You know what I like about you, though, son? You like one of the few not even, you probably one of the only rappers that don't get hit with the white card. It's like with Iron Solomon, they don't give a fuck whether he's green, purple, or whatever. That motherfucking nigga spits. He spit crazy. How do you feel about that? As far as like, the kids that's coming out right now that want to get it popping. You got your Prophets, you got, whoever out there, Soul Khan, and other kids out there trying to get it popping. What do you say to them? Like, the new cats that's coming out right now trying to do their 1-2 thing. Like, what you been through?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, my experience might be unique. Like I grew up in Manhattan on the Upper West Side, which is like really like a middle class, upper middle class, like white neighborhood.
You might not want to say that, man.
I mean, I'm just being real.
They might use this ammo. Don't do that.
It's all good. I think that's what's gotten me ahead is that I always have just been true to myself. You know what I mean? And like even anybody that grew up in New York in the 80s and 90s knows that no matter what neighborhood you were in, it was a lot of different stuff going on. Like I lived in a real nice apartment, but I would step out of my door and like people were getting stabbed and there was crack vials all up and down my block. Like that's just New York City. And from a very young age, I had friends from all different backgrounds, economic, racial backgrounds. Like I didn't know there was a difference in economics until I was like bringing over 10 kids from the projects to my crib, and they were surprised at where I lived, and to me, I didn't even see the difference because I'm 9 years old growing up in New York, and it's such a melting pot that sometimes you don't even see those racial lines, or you do, but you like crack on each other about it, and it's a joke, and we're just more comfortable with it, so I think that my advice would be to just be yourself, and I think that I'm blessed in that I'm who I am. I happen to be familiar with so many different cultures that I can say some real white, intellectual, geeky shit that a bunch of white college kids are going to relate to, and then I could say some real super hood shit because like I know about that too. So I think that I'm fortunate to have come up in this environment of New York City. I think that's New York City, to be honest.
That's what's up. Iron Solomon, man, you that dude, man. We appreciate it. Grind Season TV. 100%. Hope this is not the last time we see you, man.
Definitely won't be. I can guarantee that.
Like I said before, we're gonna have an Ask Iron Solomon column out there for fucking my nigga Iron Solomon. All you battle MCs, period. Ask Iron Solomon what you want to ask him and shit.
That's right. Get your question game up.
That's what it is, man. Yo, sign out, man. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
I'm gonna give a shout out to y'all, man. I'm here in your home. I'm here in your house. I want to shout out Grind Season for being a great media outlet, for playing videos, which is a rarity in this era, and for asking real honest questions and giving artists like myself a chance to express what they're about, man.
Oh, before the question.
Go.
You versus Math. Who won that?
Yeah. I won that, man.
I hear that.
To be honest, like I could watch it, I could feel a different way each day, but again, it's up to the fans. I feel like I won because I gained so many new fans. Like literally the next day after Smack came out, I had the most cutthroat, just came home, $150 dudes coming up to me, giving me props, and like, that to me, anytime I gain new fans, that's a win, 100%. So it's never about the opponent to me. I think that Math is an incredible lyricist. He definitely really got at me.
No doubt.
I really got at him, and that was just a win. We both won, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wins when you come and do what you're supposed to do.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, brother, man, sign out and do your 1-2 thing.
Yeah, Iron Solomon, Grind Season Radio, Grind Season TV, all that good shit, good music, good hip-hop, good rhymes. Good night.